USA versus the UK versus Australia, differences and similarities. I always find these videos where you compare all three, America, United Kingdom, and Australia, really interesting. Yeah, I decided to jump into this. Before we do, a lot of you guys are not subscribed to the channel. You guys are one of them. You don't mind in hitting that subscribe button down below. I appreciate it. Sorry if I'm coughing and stuff throughout this video. I am still a little bit ill. I do feel like I am getting a little bit better. But yeah, let's jump into this and see what we got.
The British monarchy to us, they're like celebrities.
Yeah.
So we love them. Long live Queen Elizabeth.
Hello, I'm
Yikes.
Christina from the USA. Hello, I'm
Rest in
Lauren
peace.
from the UK.
G'day, I'm Grace from Australia. Yes.
Yes, it is.
Wait. All right, okay, so asking questions like that. In my country, English is our official language, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes,
In
Caught me off guard.
Australia, traditionally, we have original Australian, the Aboriginal population, and they have multiple different languages.
Oh, really?
Our recognized official language is English.
In the US, English is the first language, but there are people from all over the world that come to the US, so you'll hear different languages as well, especially if you go to cities. You'll hear a lot of like people that are...
I could be wrong, but in America, isn't like a lot of people speaking Spanish? I don't know. I seen a video on that somewhere. I could be wrong though.
traveling or living there who speak like all different types of languages, but English is the official language.
Right, for all three.
But yeah, English is the representative language. There's also Gaelic as well.
Huh?
That's used more in like Ireland.
Oh.
Some of the-
Yeah, to be fair, in the UK, you're pretty much only going to hear English. I'm not going to lie. It's very, very, very rare when you hear a different language.
Most common languages you would learn in school are French and Spanish. Most people learn some Spanish.
Wait, that's interesting. French and Spanish. So in the UK, it's French and Spanish, but also German as well. Well, in my school, it was German.
Yeah. Dutch pay, a lot of people Dutch pay in the US. It really depends.
Wait, I think a lot of people Dutch pay in the US. Huh? We Dutch pay. Wait, what is Dutch pay?
Like sometimes you go on dates and maybe that person will pay, but I think now it's also becoming common for Dutch paying and dating as well. And friends usually Dutch pay, but sometimes it's a little difficult because of...
Wait, am I dumb? What is Dutch pay? Huh? Is Dutch...
the tipping. Yeah, sometimes in the US, one person will maybe pay for the whole meal and then maybe will like Venmo money, like send money
Right.
or
It's a
something.
lot easier than trying to.
Yeah.
Oh, splitting the bill is a
When it
nightmare.
comes to dating, I think there is a bit of a culture of whoever asks the person out on the date, then they're the one who
That
pays.
too, yeah.
But what about like if you go out for like, drinks with your friend? Do you like buy your own drinks separately?
Yeah, usually you just buy everything separately. Or maybe like I buy this round, you buy the next round.
Oh, yeah, that's what I normally do and what I know people to do is rounds, right? So I get a round, you get a round, I get a round, you get a round, boom.
Yeah,
That's what we do. We usually
What
always
is Dutch
do
pay
rounds.
though? I don't know what Dutch pay is.
Yeah.
One person goes and gets everything.
Oh, true. Yeah, same in the US, but oftentimes, like, they keep our card, you know? Like, like, we usually put it on tab.
Oh, okay. So I've only ever had an experience of a tab before, and it was in Spain, I think. Yeah, Spain. And it was at a hotel, and everything just went on the tab. But I've never had a tab out. Like, yeah, tab isn't a thing. And maybe you do get tabs if you're local in certain places in the UK, but yeah, it's not really a thing.
Interesting.
We like tea.
It really depends because there are tea lovers and there's coffee lovers.
Bro, there's definitely tea lovers in America because you guys have told me you like tea, but I prefer coffee to tea.
I think for the most part, a lot of people from the US, they
Yeah.
drink coffee.
I prefer
they
coffee.
They wake up and they have coffee instead of tea. There's still a lot of people who like tea, but not like coffee.
Maybe it's because we're a bit closer in relation to the UK. We're still part of the Commonwealth. We only became a country, relatively speaking, in comparison to the US.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, my family, myself, I love tea. I know Australia.
Tea's not bad. I do like it.
But, you know, if you go to
What's
school, I
that?
love tea. I know Australians still do love their coffee, but you know, if you go to someone's house and you say, would you like a cup of tea, that's really standard. And everyone's like, yeah, I love a cup of tea.
That's the same in the UK. If you go to someone's house in the UK, they're probably most likely going to offer you a cup of tea. I do know a few people, a bunch of people in the UK that would literally, well, they would prefer a cup of coffee instead of a cup of tea. But yeah, I'd prefer a cup of coffee.
Cup of tea, and then you have like milk or sugar.
Our country has strong individualism. Right.
Yeah.
Very strong. I think the US is like no.
Oh, America, yeah.
Probably coming about from the Constitution as well. At least because in Australia, we don't have full freedom of speech.
Really?
Oh.
Like to
What
the
does it mean?
point where if you're discriminating on someone,
I think,
Huh?
well, similarly, we discriminate. That is like the tipping point for freedom of speech. I'm kind of torn now because individualism, if we're talking about people, you know, we grow up like going through the school system with like school uniform and
Right.
like not really being allowed to show individualism
True.
at that point. But now, I feel like once people become adults,
Yeah, because in America, you guys can like wear what you want, express yourself. In the UK, yeah.
we're very encouraged to dress how we want to dress. People wear like wacky stuff and like nobody would say anything, like, I think.
I
Right.
remember like when I used to go to school, if me or like a friend saw someone wearing the same clothing, then we would not like be like happy about it, you know, like because
You know what? To be fair, I kind of like the fact, and I definitely would prefer the fact of like being in an American school and wear my own clothes. I would prefer that, but I kind of think it is good to all wear uniform because like you're all equal. You can't be like bullied or picked on for your clothes and whatnot. I know you can for like other things, obviously, but like, but if you think about it, right, you're all wearing the same uniform. What if like someone can't really afford clothes or nice new shoes or whatever, right? Boom. But what if people can't afford that? I don't know. Like, it'll be interesting to see what you Americans say in the comment section. Did people get picked on for like their clothes? I can imagine it happened quite a bit, right? Surely. Yeah, in the UK, no one really got, well, I'm going to say no one, but that's, yeah. That people definitely did. But like, I can imagine there's a lot less people getting picked on for clothing in the UK, right? Because they've all got the same uniform. But me personally, I would prefer to wear my own clothes.
we don't want to look like other people. We want to be like our own person.
Right,
And
especially yourself is good.
trends, like I guess there are some trends in the US, but it's not followed to the point where like, you know, some other countries really follow trends and everyone just like goes and does one thing.
Right.
Not so much in the US.
That is an interesting point that you said about school though, because in Australia, it's compulsory to wear a school uniform from primary school all the way.
Oh, so like UK then.
So that is
Yeah.
actually an interesting point.
We quickly become close to someone we don't know. Okay, yeah, UK no. UK no. 50-50. That means, yeah.
Yeah, I think it really depends. For the UK, right?
It depends where in the UK you're from.
Yeah.
I always say this, and like people always say northern people are friendlier, and they always say that southern people are really cold and like not friendly.
True.
But I personally have never experienced that. I'm just going to generalize by what people say. I think southern people are great and really friendly. Just
Listen, I think this is spot on. From like, I know Australians, I know Americans, I know British people, right? British compared to you guys is like, it seems it's not as easy to just go into like a place where you don't know people and make friends or whatever, or make conversation. No one will really pass you by and you'll have like a random conversation. Like, it will happen, but not much. Like, you guys, like some of you Americans are telling me that like you guys can't walk to the supermarket or whatever without having like 5 conversations or something. Bro, listen, in the UK for that to happen, you'd have to be walking 10 miles or something, 20 miles.
Yeah,
Man.
in the US, strangers will talk to you more often than, you know, compared to other countries. But also depending on where, like in the East Coast, we are a bit colder. We don't talk to strangers as much compared to the South.
Oh, okay.
I remember I was in the elevator and be like, oh, hey, where y'all going? Like, you know, down south, like I used to do dance competitions, so I was like dressed in uniform and they would just like talk to me, you know, like being from the East Coast, I was like, oh, what? You know, even though I'm from the US. So it really depends where
that's
you
interesting.
live. But for the most part, yeah, quite friendly.
I would say the same for Australia. I'm from Brisbane, and I think Queenslanders are known for being pretty chill, pretty talkative. Maybe it's that more like rural feel. Yeah, we always chat to people on the street. I mean, it's really common to ask anyone for directions.
Yeah, that's cool.
Even when
yo, directions in the UK. Bro, I bet you most of the time people are like, I don't know where it is. I don't know where it is. Where they might know where it. Actually, that might be a bit too harsh. That might be a bit too harsh. I think in the UK, if you do ask people directions, they'll probably give you the directions. But like, oh, you just gotta experience yourself, man. There's definitely a difference with it. I'm telling you right now. Like, people in the UK are just, they're not very. I've said this in many videos before. If, let's say, somebody in the UK randomly came up to me and randomly spoke to me, I would think, one, they are probably very old and just want to chat in a day, which makes sense. Or two, they're about to rob me, bro. They're about to get mugged. I can't fit all three. I might have like dropped my wallet or something. But then again, in the UK, if I drop my wallet, they're probably going to rob it. So, yeah.
was in the city, like girls would, like I would see a girl be like, oh my god, I love your outfit.
Yeah,
like, you look so cute today, like complimenting each other. I really struggle with that here. I see a girl's hair and I'm like, so cute. I want to tell you, Australians in general, we're pretty chill, pretty talkative.
We have a president. Oh yeah, we have a president.
Long live Queen Elizabeth. Recent times, I think it is pretty special that the UK still has a monarchy. They still have living royalty. So I think historically it's a very special. I think maybe like because Australia, we're part of the Commonwealth, like the British monarchy to us, they're like celebrities. Yeah. So we love them.
So do you guys have Prime Minister as well?
Yes, we have a Prime Minister as our representative of government. We actually have an Australian princess married to the Prince of Denmark, Princess Mary.
Wow.
She's from Tasmania. They met in Australia. She didn't know he was a prince.
Oh my gosh, it's like that story.
Oh, no way. I don't know. Monarchy and stuff. I personally would prefer to have like a president. I feel like a president. So then again, I don't know the difference. I just know the monarchies, they don't really have that much power, do they? I'm not too sure. I don't really know too much about it, I ain't gonna lie. But I think president is just like cool. You know, where you have like your elections and stuff in America. I kind of like that. Then again, I know you get elections for prime minister, but like, honestly, I'm not really good into politics. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not really good on politics. So yeah, I'm probably the worst person to listen to about this topic. We check the weather often. Yeah, people in the UK do not. Do not at all.
It really depends. The US, the weather is totally different where you live, you know? Like if you live in California, it could be really hot weather, nice weather. Maybe people don't check too much. Where I'm from, they say like the East Coast, we have like bipolar weather. So like,
yeah, you guys in America gotta check the weather all the time, right? You guys have crazy storms, tornadoes. So yeah.
Like one day it will be really hot. The next day it will rain. Then it will snow. Like it just changes very drastically sometimes where I'm from. So I would often check the weather.
The UK is kind of in between. We love watching the weather forecast. You know, it's on all the time. But I feel like most people will just kind of look outside, and if it's sunny, they'll just kind of like dress for sunny weather. But actually it'll be like 10 degrees.
Yeah, it's always easy to pick a Brit in Australia, particularly where I'm from, because they're often very, very sunburned.
Lobsters.
Don't make me laugh, my throat's hurting. We drink a lot of ice. Oh, I love ice drinks. I love ice drinks.
Ice water, a lot of times in restaurants.
This is why I don't think I'm British, bro. Because, like, I don't understand this. Why do people in the UK not like iced drinks? I love iced coffee. I probably would really like iced tea. Never tried it. But just ice in all my drinks. Like, yeah, I'm drinking Lucasade right now, right? But this bottle is freezing cold. Like, it's been in the fridge for ages. I would love, if I wasn't lazy, to pour in a cup and put ice cubes in it. Oh, I love ice drinks. But I don't have any ice cubes, and I'm ill, and I can't bother to do that.
Yeah, Boston is also known. We drink iced coffees like in blizzards.
Yeah, yo, I actually drink iced coffees when it's cold. I thought that was weird, but no, I just like it.
Iced Dunkin' coffee. It'd be blizzard. Like there's so many memes. There'd be like blizzard outside, and we're just like sipping her iced coffee.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like in the UK we don't drink a lot of iced drinks.
I do.
Just because it's kind of cold in general. Like, you know, we'll drink like hot tea, hot coffee. And like in a restaurant, I mean, yes, sometimes it's ice water. Most of the time we'll just have like tepid tap water, you know, like.
The same in Australia, at
Oh.
least for a restaurant, they usually ask, do you want tap or sparkling?
No, I ain't drinking no tap water. I ain't gonna lie. No, not tap water.
So you have like tap water, which is
Wait,
room temperature. Or
Wait, I'm interested to see what the British person said. Are they saying they don't get ice in their drinks either? Like, do you know what? You know when I go to like a restaurant in the UK and like I go up to the bar or whatever and they ask me if I want ice in the drink. Like, I'm sat there like, is it a no-brainer? Who don't want ice in their drink? I'm actually baffled, bro. Like, who doesn't want ice? It confuses me.
You know, like.
The same in Australia, at least for a restaurant.
Like in a restaurant, I mean, yes, sometimes it's ice water. Most of the
Ice
time we'll
water.
just have like tepid tap water, you know, like.
The same in Australia, at least for a restaurant, they usually ask, do you want tap or sparkling?
Right.
So you have like tap water, which is just room temperature, or sparkling
Oh.
water. Yeah, we usually just drink cold drinks. One drink that I know I drank a lot, especially as a child, was cordial. They're
Diluted juice.
We drink a lot of, I always had ice
So
cordial.
good.
Oh, is cordial dilute? So like the juice that you put into water?
After a swim in the pool, yeah, classic.
Summer fruits.
Oh,
So
summer
today
fruits
we
is so good.
compared some differences and similarities.
This was good to check out though. This is good. I enjoyed this. I'm going to enjoy reading the comment section as well. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Yeah, great video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you leave a thumbs up, subscribe for more content. I'm live every single day on twitch.tv/L3WG. If you guys want to check me out live, I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.